I love this Lucky Llama music.
Yo, what's going on, Brody?
Man, what's going on with you, man? My dog, man.
How you living?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Hell yeah, shit. Well, appreciate you stopping by. You feel me for another Lucky Llama X Family interview. Who am I here with today?
Man, the one and only Bagzamilleon. No, the one and only Dr. Bagzamilleon.
Yes, sir. Nah, Brody, shit. Appreciate you stopping by for real. Like, you know, you really been going crazy, and we've been fucking with your movement. We just wanted to kind of have you come in here and just kind of learn a little bit more about you. You feel me? Like your background, how you grew up, just kind of all the things that led you to where you are right now. You feel me? So, to kind of start, like, what was your childhood like? Like, were you always involved with music, or was it something that you kind of discovered a little bit later?
No, I started off at 12. I made a song called Pops. My first song was about my father. From there, I pretty much made the song about him not being there.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that point on, I just never stopped like making music. So growing up, I was always musically inclined.
I feel it. Were you like the only one in your family, or was there people around you that was making music too?
Now it was family, but I was the only one that like actually stuck to it. Of course, you know, my older brother, everybody was freestyling, but I took it to another level by continuously making music.
Mm-hmm. So from the jump, was it something that you knew from the jump that you were already going to take over, or did you build that confidence kind of later as you were making music? Like, where did that confidence come from?
Well, the confidence came from street life. So all my music growing up was everything that I did. Now it's like I made it. Now the money there. So now I'm talking about the same thing, but it's not like the street life anymore. Like it's not about selling drugs or toting pistols. So I'm not actually talking about that now in my music. But before, what encouraged me was like where I'm from, like my block, my street. So I always wanted to make music. So I always made music up until now.
Mm-hmm. And where you from again?
I'm from Rochester, New York.
Rochester, New York.
Upstate.
Tough. Hell
Upstate.
yeah. So what brought you down here into the, like North Carolina area?
2000 and I want to say 14. I had just came home from a gun charge and like getting caught with some weed. And from those, when I got caught with the shotgun and the rifle, they gave me a year. Once I got done with that, I instantly just moved down here.
Kind of get like a new life, like new feel type shit.
Correct. Shout out to my brother. He the one who actually paid for my ticket, let me stay with him. He got me my own apartment. So I definitely want to give a big shout out to my older brother.
Yeah, he looked out and showed love. It's tough.
He did.
Yeah, and I felt with that, bro, because I feel like a lot of times, even now, like people don't be fucking with their siblings, gang. Like I never really understood that. I understand, like, some certain situations can happen and things can change, but when it's like blood brother, like y'all grew up together, like I just think that's something that really should be cherished more. You know what I mean?
Everything ain't what it seemed to be. Just because your blood don't make you family. Loyalty is what makes you family. Staying down with the person is what makes you family. So I might have not had a best relationship with my family. It might have been dysfunctional growing up. 5 kids, 1 mom, 1 grandma, no fathers around. Anything could happen at that time. You get what I'm saying? I couldn't live with my siblings, so I left.
Yeah, you had to do
I
something
shot
different.
my brother when I was 12.
Really, bro?
So I did. I don't talk about it a lot, but since we were talking about my childhood, I did shoot my brother in the left leg with a 38. I was trying to teach him how to play a game called Russian Roulette.
Oh, so you guys were just playing. Like, it wasn't even, like, no aggression or anything.
Nah, we wasn't no aggression. But I was watching this movie called 187 with Samuel Jackson. He was a teacher, and he ended up shooting himself in the head with a 38. But then I seen him in 10 movies after that. So I'm kind of thinking, like, how did he die in this movie? But when I turn on Lean On Me,
he came back alive.
He in this movie. So, playing with a gun from 10 years old to 12, I was fascinated with Russian Roulette, and I played it a lot. But that day, the same bullet that was meant for me, I ended up shooting him with it.
Damn. So how did that affect y'all's relationship? If you don't mind me asking, like
It affected it a lot, you know, because he was a real big basketball player. And once I shot him, like, he stopped
playing ball.
Yeah, he stopped playing ball. He was like D1, and I don't know what D1 mean, but I do.
It's
know,
like the top level.
I know that he was like a top level person in his school, his high school, and then from there it just plunged. So we never had that relationship until I turned like 25.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. Like, probably over time it kind of mended, right?
Correct.
Probably,
I didn't talk to my family until like my late 30s.
Yeah, I feel it.
So
That's how it be sometimes, though.
I didn't talk to nobody until my late 30s, my early 30s. I mean to say my early 30s. I didn't talk to none of my family.
I feel that. Yeah. Like I said, bro, sometimes just certain situations come about where you just have to move certain ways, you know?
You do.
That's all it is, brody. So at what point did you feel like, okay, like, I've made it, like, this is my breakthrough? Like, at what point was that? Because we know growing up, you know, you're kind of just playing around with music. Then you started making music to kind of put your emotions into something productive. Like, what moment for you was it like, oh shit, like, you know, like, we're kind of going up?
So I had, I did a 369.
What's that?
369 method is when you set your alarm at 3 p.m., 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m.
Okay.
And you actually say things that is already there, but it's not there. So like I started doing my 369 method, and I made a 30-day challenge. So I said, look, man, for 30 days straight, I'm going to give free content. But I'm going to give this free content, the same content that I actually charge people for, I'm going to give it away.
For free, okay, yeah, on socials and stuff.
On my 13th day of me doing the 369, on top of giving away free game,
You post it every day?
Every day.
Okay.
And on the 12th day, on around the dusk of dawn, 4 in the morning. So, you know, I around 3 to 4 in the morning, that's when like the spirit world come out. And that's where you get like all your ideals, because there's no cars moving, there's no dogs barking, there's not even birds chirping at that time. So being that it was so quiet, I was able to subconsciously come up with a song called Delaware. And I made a song called Delaware, and it was pretty much how to form a LLC, a private LLC, by going to Delaware. And I broke down all the steps.
In the song?
Yeah, I broke it down.
Wow.
I'm actually going to play that for you.
Yeah, can you play that real quick? That's crazy. Like, no wonder. Bro, that's why we tell people sometimes, like, really, if your idea is good enough, bro, that shit is going to go viral, like, regardless. You feel me? Like, that's a great-ass idea. Like, literally.
Turn that up for me.
Yeah, let's do it.
Don't take my style. This ain't what they want.
Yeah, turn me up. What the fuck?
Go to Delaware, buy your private LLC. Then go to the IRS and get an EIN for free. Set his credit down. Fuck with me, I turn it up in weeks.
No
free
way,
game, won't pay a fee, nigga. This one on me. Go to Dun and Bradstreet and get your Dunn's number. Then go to Global Voice and get your 800 toll number. Get your email, get your website. Make sure that shit right. Go to listyourself.net and put your business on that site. Now you good. Tell it. So.
Yo, that's great, bro. Nah, I fuck with that heavy, bro, because niggas out here making songs about drilling and credit card fraud and all this other bullshit. Like, you feel me? But this nigga made a whole song about how to legally form your LLC in Delaware for free, right? Right.
So what happened was I made 14 songs within them 30 days.
Okay.
On around the 32nd day, because you can't sell credit repair. That's a federal offense.
You can't sell it? But
you cannot sell credit repair. You can do credit repair, but you can't sell it.
Okay.
Because if you're not a lawyer, or you're not a legalese, or you're not a financial person that went to school, like let's say...
like certifications and all that.
Right. Let's say you want to be a doctor. I can't just go surgically start removing people's bones. I would have to get...
a license. Yeah.
So it's the same thing with credit. People don't have these licenses to do credit repair. They're not legalese.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. They're just random people who just kind of know what's going on.
Right, but you can't sell it. So I said, you know what? If you buy my mixtape if you donate $100, I will give you free credit repair. And 1,200 people bought it in 4 days. So I made $120,000 my first 7 days.
Are you serious, bro?
Right, because I put 14 songs I put 14 credit songs on one mixtape.
Right.
I said, if you donate $100, I will give you free credit repair.
Yeah, which is the album,
But I end up getting 1,200 people within that week.
wow, just you posting every day. Just
Yes, so on my 30th day, because like I said, if you can make a deal with the devil, you can make a deal with God.
right.
So when I went and created this, and I made this deal with God, I said, look, God, I'm gonna do my 369, and I'm gonna do a 30-day challenge. On my 30th day, I want to be like exactly everything that I put in my
you
369.
want to be, yeah.
And when I put that in my 369, every single thing that I said became like true within like a few weeks of. So I do teach people this stuff in my book, you know. So this is when I felt like I made it. I felt like, dang, this is when everybody knew me.
Yeah,
the
you
song
started to
went.
click,
The
yeah.
song went 10 times platinum on Instagram. It went 10 times platinum on Instagram. That's how many views it got. That's how many shares it got.
Yeah, it probably went the fuck up. Because like I said, it's great advice, bro. And the thing is, like, in our internet age right now, it's not that people can't find it. They're just too lazy to find it. You feel me?
Correct.
So if you can be somebody that takes information and just like gives it to other people in a simpler way, nigga, you're gonna sell like fuck. You feel me? Just how you did.
Correct.
Like, what the fuck? People is gonna line up all around the neighborhood to buy that shit. You feel me? It's a simple way we can understand, and it's real good, tangible advice. Like, bro, that shit is fire as fuck. Like, I really commend you for that shit, bro. 'Cause like
I
you
appreciate
said,
that.
people be out here making deals with the devil, like, you know,
Right.
putting all this weird, you know, illegal shit
Yep.
like in their raps. Like,
I don't do none of that. And, you know, I stay on what I know. What I do know is that, you know, I know a lot of people say, man, people think you can just think you're going to just manifest and wake up rich.
no.
I understand that you're not going to get $1 million. But if you manifest and put out into the world what you want, what you have already, what you already accomplished but did not accomplish it, it will open up those doors. It will put you in front of those people, because Tory Lanez followed me.
Yeah.
He followed like
I love Tory,
like
bro.
400 people.
Yeah, I've been listening to Tory since I
No,
was like 11.
so he followed me, and you know, shout out to a lot of people. I don't want to drop no names.
Yeah, no, I feel it, but we understand. Like,
right.
you feel me? You made your name, bro. Like
a lot of celebrities
definitely.
follow me off of that Delaware song, and now
Shit.
everywhere I go, they all know it. That way, the Cardi way, the Rolly way.
Yo, that shit is so tough, bro. So, like, how did your, like, friends and family react when they seen that shit going, like, crazy? Everyone's, like, you know, wanting to get in contact with you, all this type of shit. Like, were they, like, you know, because, you know, there's going to be some people who are going to be, like, who actually were there in the beginning, you know, and, like, fucking with you heavy when you were making other songs. But then there's also going to be people who are kind of, like, you know, not really giving a fuck. Now that you're up, like...
At this point, I already have credit money. Before any of this whole, I got 120,000 in my first week. Okay, I already had money, so I was already doing stuff for my family. I was already doing stuff for my friends. Now, when this came up, I didn't see a lot of hate because I had made my own genre.
Yeah, basically, not
Like,
for sure.
I wasn't in their lane. I wasn't doing what they was doing. I'm doing credit rap. There's no reason
Something
for you to be
completely different.
There's
Yeah.
no reason for you to be upset. There's no reason for you like, oh, bro, you trying to step on my toes. Like, me and you have nothing in common when it comes to the genre. You in singing, you in hip hop, you in rap, you in soul music, and I'm in financial literacy. So I became a financial literacy rapper, and from that point on, I just felt like it was love. Like, I didn't see a lot of hate at that time. Now,
I can't imagine you getting hate, though.
yeah, now I still don't see the hate. Like, I have been doing terrific things since then, so I don't have this bad energy following me. I don't have a black cloud over me.
Yeah, like a
I
lot
don't
of these
have
rappers,
anybody, you know, praying on my downfall because I didn't
done
get
his help.
I didn't get over on nobody. So it's nobody like I hope he fall off. I hope something happened to him. Now, one or two people that we didn't see eye to eye, yeah, but that's not enough energy.
Yeah, and that happens to everybody,
Like,
bro. Just when you already know, bro, when you deal with a lot of people, like, in organizations, and you're always going to have some form of conflict. But at the same time, like, that's why relationship management, I stress that a lot. Like, that's very important, bro. Like, you know, understanding who is who, understanding who's going to react to this, who's going to react to that. Like, you know, so, nah, I definitely understand that, bro. Nah, for sure. Nah, that shit is crazy, gang. So, what would your advice be to maybe another artist who wants to, you know, kind of do the same thing as far as stepping away from the current sound and kind of doing their own thing, but they're kind of scared, you know, they don't really have that confidence? What would you say to them?
The first thing is to learn yourself. If you don't learn yourself, you can't learn nobody else. That's why the first thing they say is if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody.
Can't love nobody, yeah.
If you don't like yourself, you can't like nobody. If you don't help yourself, you can't help nobody. So the first thing is finding who you are. And I tell people a lot of times, go find your life path number. Once you know your life path number.
What do you mean by that, by life path number?
Once again, I don't get deep into this. This is more secret society on my nation, my U Nation. So it's like once you come in as a mentee, I break this down. This is not something that I like to go super global with because a lot of times that just be my theory. It just be what I think is right. That don't mean that that is right in the world.
For everybody. Yeah, so, and I understand that. Yeah.
So,
but you're going to save it for your supporters, like your real true supporters.
A life path number is when you take your name and your date of birth and you add it all up, it gives you a number. Mm-hmm. These numbers are very special because once you learn who you are, you now can learn other people. Mm-hmm. But until you learn you can't learn anybody else. You can't do anything else. So once I learned my life path number, that's when the powers actually started. Once I started getting into my subconscious. Mm-hmm. So I would tell any artist, find yourself first. Stop
copying the trends and all this shit.
No, like, you can copy trends because it's a book called Still Like an Artist, where it actually tell you to
I've
still.
I've actually heard about that book. Yeah, Still Like an Artist.
It's by some person called Austin. That's the author name. When you read that book, it tells you to take what's popular and remix it in your own way, because the world already wants to see that.
Facts. That's why it's popular.
So because it's popular, if you just take a piece of it and recreate it in your own form, even though you didn't come up with the ideal, it will go viral because it's
facts.
It's already a viral topic. So I do tell people, wake up and go to Google. Just open up Google. I want you to go to Google and just open up Google. And I want you to look at the first 5 things that Google is showing you. Those 5 topics is what's already viral
right now, right
at the present time, not the past or the future. You want to live in the present. So any artist that's living in the past or the future, you're still caught up in what's called like the Matrix or whatever. Right. But when you live in the present, that's when you don't think about, you know what's going on. I'm not going to think about what happened to me 10 years ago. And I'm not going to think about me somewhere 10 years from now. I'm going to think about what I'm doing now at this present moment in this actual space. So a lot of times you want to find yourself. You also want to live in the present. You also want to still like an artist. And you also want to do what's relevant of that day. So if Janet Jackson, I'm going to keep the celebrities out my mouth.
No, you good. Just whatever singer, right? Yeah.
But if, let's say a celebrity, something happened to them. Soon you open up the gram, all the blogs are talking about them.
No, trust.
If you literally post it before everyone, like let's say Cheese post something and they say it was posted 7 minutes ago. Your job is to hurry up,
repost it,
and not repost it, but go and make your own content to it because they're already advertising that. They're already pushing that.
No, for a short game. That's 100% facts. Like, I love this. Bro. You're spitting like game, bro. Facts. Like, I feel like people don't be understanding that. Like, they just think things just happen. Like, no, bro. Like you said, like, it's certain topics that if you post about it, bro, it's just gonna go just because it's going right now.
It's already going right now. Like, now, like I said, if something happened to a celebrity this week, you take a month to talk about it, they're not going to show it because that has already gone and passed. But if it was in the present, you would have created a gift.
You would have capitalized, yeah.
Correct. Because a lot of times when I tell artists this, you know, God gave you a gift, correct? God gave me a gift, right? You was born with a gift.
Yeah, gift.
Now, a lot of times people say, you got a gift, you should use your gift. God gave you a gift, go out there and use it. Whole time, they were setting you up for failure because God gave you a gift. Everybody knows that a gift is meant to be given. Right. So if I have a gift, I'm supposed to give it away for free.
Give it away to somebody else. Right.
Continuously giving away my gift to other people. So if I help people, give my helping away. Don't overcharge, because that gift is going to give me more. The more I give, the more I receive.
That's so true, bro.
So if God gave me a gift to change the world, I'm not going to go and say, you know what, I'm going to keep my gift, because that gift was never meant for you to keep. It was meant for you to give away. So once you learn that, and this is to every artist that's out here, give away something that you're talented at. Stop holding on to something that was meant to be given, because a selfish person don't get anything.
I think nowadays, bro, people just are so like money hungry, like money infatuated. It's like, you know, oh, I don't want to work with you. You're not paying me my $300 fee. Like, you know, like that's something too that I see a lot, like in the industry, which I feel like kills people's like businesses. Like, you're not working with nobody. Like,
I just told you that for 13 days, I gave away free game. I have never told a person how to repair a credit. They had to pay me first.
right.
But once I started telling the universe, look, I'm going to help thousands and thousands of people. Soon as I gave away the free game, everybody started to come to me. You know why? Due to the fact that, for one, they know I know what I'm talking about. For two, they see the testimonies of other people that has helped me. Okay? And for three, I know for a fact that me giving away my gift and me literally doing exactly what I'm supposed to do when I'm giving away this information, I'm going to receive way more in abundance. So I would just tell a person, man, those three things. Find yourself, still like an artist, and continuously give your gift away that you was born with, to receive, you know, a big amount of abundance from God.
But nah, bro, I totally 100% feel you, and I understand you on that concept. You know, even in my own experience, like ever since I started doing interviews, like I've never charged for an interview. You know, like I'm not trying to make money off of it. For me, it was just kind of about just meeting as many people as possible and just trying to like connect and just learn. You know, like there's like everyone has a completely different life experience, you know? So as you're going through yours, why not try to learn from other people that's going through the same exact shit? So I definitely feel that, and I want people to be more open to that for sure. So have you ever felt like stuck or like uninspired? Like, have you ever experienced that kind of feelings? Yes. And how did you deal with that?
Okay, so I'm human. Everybody know that at some given time you're going to be stuck. You're going to get writer's block. You're going to get demotivated, if that's a word. You're not going to want to get up and do something. Why? If you got a lot of money, you're happy.
Right.
But then when the money start to go down, your attitude start changing.
You start being mad as fuck.
So it be one of them things like, damn, man, I can't do that. So I feel like a lot of times we take a lot, like, okay, for instance, let me say this. Every single time I don't got no money, I'm always talking to God. God, man, just put me in position. Do this, that, and the third. Soon as I get a lot of money, I start
think about it. Yeah.
I start thinking about God.
No, same.
I stopped thinking about all the people that was dear, because now I'm already in a position where I feel good now.
Yeah, I can do whatever. Yeah.
When you start doing that, they come for you. And when I say they, I mean like the spirituality people. People who you pray to get you in that situation, but now you're in that situation and you can't reciprocate that back. So I feel like I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of friends because of greed. You know, me getting to a point where I feel like can't nobody tell me nothing.
You good, yeah.
And you're never good, because when you come back down, you're going to have to do the same thing that you did to get you back up. So people like, oh, for instance, when I got that 120,000,
that from the credit mixtape.
Man, I ain't do credit for a year. bitch,
you made the doctor's salary. Yeah.
No credit. I'm up right now. I'm good. I already had money, but that money was so freely. I'm not like, they good. I done everybody credit. Everybody good.
Yeah. Which I understand. That's a lot of money, bro. Like people don't see that in 5 years. Some people, like, let's be honest, like
right.
You know?
But when I end up losing it by buying all the material things, doing everything, and I went back down.
I would have did the same shit.
And I went back down to 30,000. I'm like, oh, I gotta go back to work, man. I gotta go back to credit repair, like. And I had to start buying new tricks because the old tricks wasn't working. So I had to go and still spend more money for people to get more money. So it was just like at the end of the day, you know, a lot of times we take people for granted. We take God for granted. We sometimes even take the closest people to us for granted until they're gone, like until the money gone. Then that's when you start trying to get back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's when you start getting motivated again.
Right. Oh, let me hurry up and do this and that. So right now I feel like I'm at that drawing board. I felt like I gave a lot of money away to a lot of people. And I gave just so much money away to people believing like invest in them. Yeah. Do stuff for them. Don't worry. Just do it from the heart. It's gonna all come back. But they didn't do it from the heart. So because they didn't do it from the heart, I never reciprocated it from them. Because because they like, shit, he gave it to me, like, fuck it, I'm up. Like, they felt like how I felt. They don't need help no more. Like, so I kind of fell out with people. Damn. I kind of fell out with a lot of people about money. And it was like,
yeah, but that sucks because it's like you didn't have to give them that. You know, you could have said, you know, I don't care, I'm gonna focus on myself. Like, but you didn't.
I didn't. That's why to this day, people still love me and they still spend money with me because they like, you could have kept all that game for yourself. No, because I would have never been able to receive an abundance of 10 folds. Right. I would have only been making the same amount because I'm only doing the same thing. I'm not helping anybody. So to answer that is just, you know, you gotta know. You can't think. You just gotta know. A lot of times, you like me, I think 10 seconds before I speak.
Same. I try to do the same thing, bro.
I think 10 seconds before I do something. But after them 10 seconds, I know what to do.
Yeah, you're confident in your decision.
Yep, I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. You can't.
Or you're bold with it. Let me say that. Yeah.
You gotta. You can't think to know. You gotta know to think.
You gotta know to think. Facts.
You can't think to know. I meant to say, you gotta think to know. You cannot know to think. Like you pretty much think 10 seconds. Now you know. You can't think something is downstairs, and then when you get down there, it's not down there. Because now that's a waste.
Yeah, now it's a waste of time.
So I say, look, I know that's down there. I know for a fact it's in the kitchen cabinet. So I'm going to go get it. But if I think it's in the kitchen cabinet and I go down there and I open it and it's not there, now I have to go to the drawing board again. Okay, so where is it? Yeah. This is where the anxiety comes from.
Facts. That is where the anxiety comes from because you don't know where to go.
You don't know where to go. You don't know where it's at. So you like, oh man, it's like you on your way to work. Your keys, if you would have just hung your keys up at the door, you would have already knew the keys are at the door. Right. But instead you come in and just throw the keys down. Now you wake up, you got 10 minutes to leave the house.
Where my keys at?
Where my keys? So now you straggling, you like all over the place. Whole time if you would have just put them on the hanger, you would have knew where the keys was at. And you wouldn't have had to think where the keys are at. So you can't think, like you gotta know already.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, you gotta know already.
You gotta know. I gotta know my keys is already by the door because when I came in, I set them down right. I put them right there. I know they're there. So it's like a lot of times people just they think too much, and a lot of times I don't want to shapeshift. So ask another question because I want to shapeshift to something else, but that's going to take us off of the course.
Now you good, game. Really, just going back to it, I just want to kind of figure out, like I said, how you deal in those moments of like, you know, demotivation, just like where you're kind of struggling or you feel like you're kind of stuck. But I feel like that was a great answer. Like I feel like you answered. I just
feel like when I'm stuck, the meditation.
Yeah, I love meditating too, bro. Okay, I'm actually a very
daydreaming.
Yeah, I'm a very big meditator. Like that shit. I meditated since I was in high school, bro.
So that's something that I do. I feel like if once I get stuck, I just get back into God. Like, and I know a lot of times people say, Oh man, everybody want to put God in it. Man, God got a lot to do with it.
No, I was gonna say
has-
I like how it's like spiritual you are. Like, did you grow up kind of like with a certain religion or?
No, I
what
was
that
always
like?
spirituality. My grandma brother was a psychic.
Okay, your grandma, brother. Yeah.
My real grandma who had my mom, and they outcasted him. Shout out to Uncle
Damn.
Irvin.
Yeah,
They
why?
outcast. They always thought he was the weirdest person in the family. He always had like these abilities, but all of them, until he ended up getting older, just like me. Then they kind of took him in, like
Took him
how,
back in, yeah.
But in his days, they used to talk about him like, oh, when Uncle Irvin come around, stay away from him.
That's crazy, bro.
One day, he told me I was his favorite. I had to been like maybe 9 years old, 10 years old. And he took me to a graveyard, and he had these different color powders, white, red, green, blue. And he took me to a grave site, and he like was telling me how other wizards, other warlocks, other witches, they could like cast, spirits and they could cast spells on you. So when he said that, he was showing me how to remove anything that's coming to you. From my whole life, from that part on, I started going into like a subconscious. I didn't never know what I was, but I started to figure out that we was born psychics. We all was born with intuition.
Facts. No,
So
I
I'm
believe
like,
that too. Yeah.
we all have our intuition where it tells you do not go there.
Don't do this or do that. Yeah.
So it's like you have to go through.
It's really an awakening, right? Like a
Yeah, it
realization of that. Like this is there because a lot of people are like literally asleep. Like they just go based off their like animalistic. Like
I don't
nature,
worry
like,
about other people.
Yeah.
I just worry about myself. Now, I love other people. I look out for other people. But I don't worry about other people. Worrying about someone else could make their energy shape shift over to you.
Right.
That's like if I wake up in the morning and I call you. I'm like, yo, bro, I just got accepted for Yale, the university. You like, yo, that's fire.
We lit, yeah.
Your energy is high. But if I call you and I say, damn, bro, man, I just got a flat. Lost my wallet. Man, my girl kicked me out. You like,
yeah, already starting the day off in a bad vibration.
so I already know I don't even want nobody calling me in the morning. It take you to call me after like 1 o'clock before I start picking my phone up. Because them mornings and when them wake ups is where you supposed to be able to know exactly what you're gonna do for that day.
Right.
Not wake up with 10 people calling you with problems and now their problems are your problems.
All right.
So now you're like, oh man, I shouldn't have answered. Or, oh man, this shit is killing me.
It does start you off in a bad way, in a
So
bad mood.
No,
like,
it does. Yeah. So I had to learn that. Just focus on self. Learn self first. Everything else come. All the people gonna come. Doors just gonna get open right up like this. So that I don't. When things demotivate me, I go straight to five different ways. I go to God, the universe, my ancestors, archangels, and I deal with self. That's it.
Dealing with self more than anything, man. That's one of the most important things, literally. Like, I feel that to a T, and it's actually a journey that I'm going on as myself too, So I think that's solid advice. Have you ever received like criticism or like negativity or like how, let me not say how do you deal with it, but hold on, I might have to re-ask that. All right. So what are some like misconceptions that you feel like people have about you or your brand, or is there any at all?
It is. It's I don't dress like the person that's talking.
Okay,
like if I was to dress more casual, more suit and tie, I believe people will believe me way more. But by me coming up with all the chains, the flashiness, it make people feel like I'm a scammer. Like, I don't know, you scamming. You just look like a scammer because how do you get all of this stuff?
Because we're dark skinned.
It's not the color. It's the persona. It's the image. Like I said, I could be black in a suit, hopping out of a nice Mercedes Benz, and they're gonna believe me.
Nah, for sure.
But me hopping out, foreign cars, big chains. They're like, you sure that you did it? So I do get backlash.
I was gonna say, I feel like that pushes your image even more though, because like we said earlier, like we have to use what's going on, you know, and what's popular, and people want to see that shit, you know, like
the culture wants to see that,
right? The culture,
the young kids, the booty popping girls, the drug dealers. That's what motivates them. But when you're dealing with a corporation, you can't even go into a courtroom with this on.
Yeah.
The way they would, like when you go into a courtroom, I wore a suit my whole entire charge. Right when, at the end of the case, even the judge was like, I respect you because you came in here every day with a suit on.
Yeah, looking sharp. Yeah.
And I'm like, dang. Because normally, all my other cases, I'm coming in, chains on, I'm trying to look like a gangster. And this is how they perceive you. They look at you exactly how, because they know if you go to church, you got to take your hat off.
All right.
If you go to church, I mean, you could wear your clothes, but you still got to take that hat off.
Gotta be respectful, yeah.
You can't keep the hat on.
Yeah.
So if you keep the hat on, how do people gonna look at you like, oh, he just disrespectful?
He don't care, yeah.
He just coming in here now they do say come as you are, but when you come in, you still gotta, have that respect for the Most High.
Yeah, for where you're at. Yeah.
Like if you're a Muslim, you gotta take your shoes off. You can't walk on the rug with your shoes on. So if I came into if I came in as Muslim, which I took my shahada. If I came in as Muslim and my shoes are on the carpet or I'm swearing, they're instantly going to be like,
what's wrong with you? Yeah.
Correct. What's wrong with him? So I feel like a lot of times people, they misconstrue you with me, with how I dress. And I think that's my only, because once I start talking, you're going to be like, okay.
They're like, oh yeah, he know what he's
talking about. But it was like, when I first walked in, it's like, do he sell drugs? Like,
they don't know. Yes, that's their.
Is he a rapper? That's the first. Is he a rapper? He's selling drugs. Like, is he into the street life? So I think that's just that's life.
Just the way of the world, kind of.
That's just how it is.
I feel that. Damn, that sucks though, but that's fine. So do you feel like you're successful? Like, have you reached what you define as success, or not really?
I'm never going to be successful until the world sees me as successful. Because I can say I'm a millionaire. That doesn't make me a millionaire. I can say,
some people, they would just say, oh, you got $1 million, you're successful, you're good, you don't got to worry about shit.
In that aspect, correct. But when it comes to you, I can't say I'm the best that ever did it until the world votes that I'm the best that ever did it.
Correct.
Because it's really not what I think. Because you can't think to know.
No,
they know I'm the best that ever did it. They know I'm the hottest person in the world. So it's not the same as me believing that I am successful. It's what others believe.
It's 100% facts. No, I believe that too. Yeah.
So I just feel like my success is a story, and until my book is closed, I'm not successful. I'm not successful until I help, the world, not just a certain part of it. Until I help the world. Martin Luther King, he has his own day. Of course, he probably didn't help the world, but he helped the majority of the world to even get his own day.
Right.
I'm focused on having my own actual day when I pass away.
That would be crazy, bro.
So until I get my own day, I'm not 100% successful.
But how do you feel though? Like, do you feel like you're on the right path? Like, do you feel like you could be at a different place? Like, how do you feel about it?
I feel very grateful for being where I'm at right now. I'm still going through my challenges. So I'm never going to say I'm extremely happy, because I could wake up tomorrow and you see this leg is broke, rods in it, just got into a car accident, head-on collision. So I got rods coming all the way up here. I got screws, and then this whole entire foot is fractured.
Bro, both of them?
Correct. So 7 days prior, I got a real big dirt bike, like a street legal one, where the police can't pull me over, and I crashed out on it, hit a big ass bump, fell all the way up in the air. The bike twisted. I fell, broke, fractured my foot. 7 days later, I get into a head-on collision. The car coming down a one-way street, going fast. He hit face to face, and I broke this whole leg. Totaled the car, bust my whole lip, and like scarred up like my whole body.
Damn, bro. Like, I'm glad you're okay, bro.
Yeah,
you feel me? That's 2 separate accidents. Like, you know, in the span of a week.
Right.
Like,
so I'm here. So this is why I told him, I said, look, bro, I'm messed up. I'm still on crutches.
Yeah.
I could barely move. I'm off of pain. I'm off of painkillers right
meds,
now.
Yeah.
And to where it's numbing it. But when this numbing come down, it hurts. So it's like, I got to keep going. I can't just sit in bed all day and mope and be like, oh, man.
No, you have a reason to sit at home, bro. But,
Man,
you know,
listen,
you outside
man,
still making shit shake.
listen,
Like,
man,
we definitely appreciate that, bro.
I'm out here, man. Like I'm not in clubs. I did 90 days. No clubs, no bars, no drinking. Don't go around nobody. Don't answer the phone for anybody at all. Not even my mom. Because I'm so locked in right now. I have already, within these, since I got into the car accident on the 17th. It's the
27th.
27th. So in 10 days, I have already made $23,000.
Damn.
I made $23,000 in 10 days because now I'm actually sitting down.
Yeah, you can actually think and calm down. And
Before, I'm at the club every day. I'm over here. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Man, 30 days, 40 days, 60 days, man, I'm back up 90,000 from just sitting there and helping people. I have more time. Somebody just sent me $1,500 just now before I got here. Shout out to Alvin, by the way.
Shout out Alvin
for sending that. But every day I'm making 15, 3,000, 15, 3,000, 4,500, maybe 700. Every day. It don't. One day has not passed that I have not made over $500 a day. Yeah. But that comes with sitting down, creating a strategy, getting back to the 369. Remember, getting back to my challenges. Before, once all the money come, I ain't doing challenges.
Yeah,
I'm not doing 369s. I'm not doing all of that no more.
You just can't be complacent. Yeah.
So it's like I'm you know, at the end of the day, I know for a fact, keep my eyes on the prize. So no going out, no chilling, no answering the phone, because if I was dead, let's say I would have passed away, you wouldn't have been able to talk to me anyways. Yeah. So I'm not going to make myself feel like if I don't answer for you, it's smoke, it's blood.
Yeah, nah.
Let me get myself back together so I can go get that foreign again. I can get back happy again because at this point, I'm now bringing problems to you. You wake up in the morning, you call me. Yeah, man, my leg messed up. I'm hurting. My money messed up. Yeah. I'm shape-shifting all my energy on you.
On you, yeah.
Now you don't want to call me next week. You like, I called him last week. Man, that nigga, my energy was down the whole week listening to what he was going through. So I don't even want to talk about. I want to wait till I'm back in a good spirit. So when I come around you, I'm just happy. I'm like, what up? What we doing? Right now, we not. Right now, I'm not 100% in a happy thought process right now. So because I'm not, I don't want to put that energy onto somebody else. That's why I'm staying away from people. Okay.
All right. Hell yeah. I just want to ask like 2 more questions and then we just wrap it up.
Okay.
But so what do you feel like has been your proudest moment so far, like in your journey?
Making sure that my daughter's straight. I feel like a lot of times us as men have kids and we get sidetracked by women.
Yeah, I just beef. I was just in a beef with my girl, but it's over now though. But yeah, I was tweaking. Nothing, makes niggas beef like money or females, bro.
Right, correct. So it's just like at the end of the day, taking care of my daughter, taking care of myself, taking care of the people that I actually love and that's around me, making sure that I have boss tendencies. Like,
What do you mean by that?
by you're not a boss unless everybody on the team is winning.
Right.
So-
right. Yeah. You're not boss unless everyone else is winning.
So
Right.
I if I'm gonna be this boss person, I want everybody to be winning. I want everybody to be winning. So everybody around me has to have an 800 credit score. If you're my friend, we getting you 800s. We getting you 750s. Because I'm not gonna be the only one with no money. I'm not gonna be the only one that's showboating. We all are. So I think that's one of my me being on that proud time is. And accomplishing things is just making sure that my team and the people around me are winning as much as I am.
Facts. Nah, I feel that. So, if anybody wants to tap in or kind of join your community, where should they go?
I mean, right now I'm at Bagzamilleon, Dr. Bagzamilleon. I did get my doctorate.
Tough. Hey, congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you.
For sure.
I
That's hard.
graduate in the next month or two, but I did get a Lifetime Achievement Award from Joe Biden, from the president.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, Lifetime Achievement Award. So
God.
shout out to my dog who put me down. That's Chief. That's my dog. I love you.
Shout out, Chief. Oh, yeah, putting shit together, ain't it?
Yeah, that's my dog. But you can find me at Bagzamilleon. That's BAGZAMILLEON. And like I said, you can go on Google. I have tons and tons of articles. I have tons and tons of 5-star reviews. Like I'm stupid lit.
Nah, I believe it, Brody. What do you have coming up in the near future? Like as far as drops or events, anything like that?
Just recovery.
Recovery, yeah.
I
I feel
will
it. Nah, as you should, bro. Like
Right,
what the
just
fuck?
recovery. I will pull up and do some podcasting. I will pull up. Yeah, just mainly like podcasting right now. Just because I can sit, and rest. I don't have to walk and be on crutches. I don't have to be around people, and then I don't want to be a target.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like a lick. I don't want someone
Yeah.
to like rob me or hurt me, and I can't defend myself. So that's another reason. Like, why are you even out?
Nah, I feel it.
Just staying put.
For the near future.
Right.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, Brody. Like I said, I really appreciate your time. Appreciate you stopping by, feel me, for another FMLC Lucky Llama interview. Just thank you so much, Brody.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah.
Real quick, I got a gift for bags.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Our director has a gift.
Jacket.
Let's do a video.
Oh.
Yeah, he got a jacket for me.
No shit be fire as fuck, twin.
Man, what my dog got for me, man?
Come on,
I
bro.
put up on him, man. He know that, man. He don't play no games.
Ain't no way you pulled up with crutches.
Yeah, in the crutch, like,
I
yeah,
could
thank
barely
you so
get-
much,
I could
bro.
barely get out
Like,
the car. I ain't gonna
yeah.
cap. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Like,
really, bro. Thank you for
I
pulling
can't
up,
be,
bro.
man, you all right, man.
Yeah.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
On me.
I mean, a lot of times, us as people, we don't 100% know what to say.
Oh, shit.
Hold
Hold on.
Hold on. I gotta put this baby
Oh, yeah,
on
that's
right
fine.
here,
That's
man.
fine,
This,
that's
this,
That alchemy, bro.
oh, this is tissue.
Yeah, and it matched like the biker vibe, you know? This shit fire as fuck.
Hold on,
Yep.
man. Let me
That's vegan leather too.
Oh yeah, this fire.
Oh, yeah.
Hand me one of my or if I stand up, can you still see me?
Yeah.
Alright, hand me one of my crutches for me, so I can show them, man, how we doing. This one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, this.
And it got the branding on the back. That
This
shit
is
fire.
crazy. Hold
That
on.
shit fire as fuck.
It's fire.
Wait,
Yeah, this lit.
he's a fucking magician. You should put yourself on the camera there, sir.
Yo,
Hey.
thank you, man. I appreciate you. My dog A, man, always been around, always been doing it. Just look at this, man. This is that vegan leather. This ain't even butter soft leather. This is butter soft vegan. You get what I'm saying? Like that way, the curly way, the roly way, man. The only way, and I love that green. I got the perfect shoes for this.
Yeah. Someone got some J's gonna match that
That's
shit.
my next video, man. I appreciate you, man. My dog.
Nah, that's love, bro. Yeah. Nah, for sure. And we out this bitch.
Man, we out this bitch, man. That way.